I think for them it's just about resetting what they want to stand for as a club, culture of the playing group. Still need to develop some of their talent. There's some good young talent on the list, but they haven't played games. And I think there's an opportunity to get a lot of games into those players in 2020.
Marsh Paholke. 21 points the difference as it stands. A goal here, and with the wind behind them, still be a chance to finish off strongly and maybe get close to Melbourne. That's not going to help.
Played a solid 3 quarters, the Crows. They would like to finish with a couple of goals, just to take a little bit of momentum.
They lost the handle a bit last in the 3rd quarter. The second half certainly has been nowhere near as good as their first half.
A bit of high ball. Good run at it. Wiedemann can't drag it down, and the umpire's going to intervene.
That's often the case, Jared, when you're playing a number of younger players. They don't have the ability to maintain that intensity across 4 quarters. They can do it for periods, but not for the whole match.
Sloan and Laird coming off.
Yep.
We're surprised Oliver wasn't picked in the State of Origin side.
Yeah.
One man in, one man out. The rule applies. I know it's difficult.
Brown.
Players.
This is to the right.
Good chase from Jake Kelly.
Himmelberg flies. Petrarca. Demons overcome the defensive numbers that are there for Adelaide. Talia found himself on the ground, which was difficult. Spargo, McDonald, try to trickle 2, gets it into the square, and Mitch Brown, right spot, right time. Got a habit of that. Kicked 2 in the 1st quarter and finishes off with a 3rd.
Well, Spargo did incredibly well to get that ball out. I'm not sure if he handballed it or he hoiked it or whatever it was, but he battled really hard to get it out. And this is a ball that was dead about 2 or 3 times. Here we go. Let's have a look. That looked like a throw to me. Nevertheless, he got it out. And then there's a half kick. That's smart from McDonald, because that looked a deliberate pass. Very clever and a good finish from Brown.
D's 3rd goal of the final term. 3-3 to 1-3. T-Mac with 3 goals. Margin out to a game high 27 points. Call back with 4 minutes 30 to go. Pre-season for everybody, of course.
There haven't been too many callbacks.
No, there hasn't.
Been a big day for the umps.
Wiedemann reaches over the top. Petrarca a little behind, over the back of the shoulder. And pass to Oliver. Jackson had the run. Tomlinson gets the choice kick into the 50. Almost the mark held on to Spargo. Still up for grabs. A bit filthy with himself there. Spargo made all the right moves, but just couldn't cling on to the grab. Jackson taking the ruck work. Himmelberg, extra height, got the tap down. Gibbs, nifty little give. Now, Ben Keys wants to show what he can do with the footy. He's run, he's bounced, he's kicked it as long as he can, but it's dropped by Oscar McDonald. Stays alive. Billy, Frampton, tapped.
Elliot Himmelberg, Jason, is an interesting character. You've got Frampton as well, but Himmelberg, to me, if he could just get himself as fit as every other midfielder, he could easily be a #1 ruckman.
The other thing we've seen from him is, especially when he's gone forward, he's actually got his hands to a number of balls, but hasn't been able to hold them. If he can develop those hands, you know, getting not put off as easily by a little bit of body contact, he should be able to take a lot more marks. He's getting himself in some good positions.
He's listed at 198 centimetres, the same as Luke Jackson.
Well, we've seen Luke Jackson in the ruck jump pretty well, got a couple of nice hit outs. I mean, these are that's an athlete and a half. You can just see the spring in his step. So it's going to be really exciting seeing him develop. I don't think we're going to see him as a midfielder of sorts for the next year or two. He may become another great ruck midfielder. Melbourne's already had one of the greatest in Jim Stein, so he's got plenty of time to develop. He's a high draft pick, and he's going to give exciting years.
Give it up to the 50, not beyond yet. Petrarca gets them going again. He's just slowed the possession rate down a little. Having said that, he has a handball, he has a kick, and he has a goal. All in one play. Just to cap off the one to go with the 2 and the 3, Jared.
Deserves it, doesn't he, Jared? He's had a monster day.
38 disposals, 27 of them won in a contest, 9 inside 50, 6 clearances, 4 marks, 7 tackles, 3 goals.
Yeah, it's been an amazing game. Just a complete masterpiece. This one, done it all.
$185 ranking points. That is a big day in anyone's language.
Can he produce those sort of numbers when we get to the real thing?
Well, what was he, 3rd or 4th in Melbourne's best and fairest last year, and he was playing a lot inside the forward 50.
Yeah, their best and fairest. Jack Viney didn't have a great year, but he was high in their best and fairest as well. I mean, it was obviously it wasn't a great year for the Demons, but the point was that he was okay as it was, but now he's much fitter. Sky should be the limit. High draft pick. Getting to the last 2 minutes of this game, and the ball is over and out.
No, I think Neville Jedd's made the case. He'll be right for Friday.
Yeah.
Petrarca 5th in the best and fairest. Gawn and Oliver shared it with Viney 3rd, and then Harms 4th. Still working away, Jack Viney. Bounce up with the footy in hand, but the umpires put a stop to that. 33 points is the margin. Atkins off the left boot, got through the fingers of Harms. Still some pretty fierce tackling. Some cages being rattled late.
And you can see just the lack of a second really high-end rotation through the middle has hurt the Adelaide Crows. Melbourne's got a hell of a lot more players they can run through there. And as you rightly pointed out, Jason, they held on pretty firmly till half-time.
Just looking a little tired, aren't they?
And now it's starting to drag the chain.
Lockhart kicks to half forward. There's more footy coming your way on Fox Footy. It's the Suns and the Cats.
That's a good kick.
That was a good kick. Spargo marking right up against the line. So we get our first look at Geelong and Gold Coast.
There's so much interest in the Gold Coast given the nature of the players they've been able to pick up.
First
That's
couple
going to
of
be a
draft
beauty
picks
to watch.
on display.
Yep.
The Suns AFLW team had a draw today against Brisbane. It's gone through for a behind. No, didn't make it. So it's one
Like
last 30 seconds of
across
action.
the line, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. The game not going to come down to that. Good run out of defence that time as they link the hands at least to the middle of the ground and then maybe beyond, with Paholke involved a couple of times. Got it from McHenry. Bit of an inverted torp down to full forward. Lockhart covering plenty of territory.
That's the first time we've seen 4 or 5 handballs in succession from the Crows. Why it came at the last minute of the game, or the last 10 seconds of the game, I'm not sure, but it certainly hasn't been the way they've played.
And all they've done is bomb the ball going forward in the last term, which hasn't helped either.
Siren sounds. Jake Melksham was going for a hanger, but didn't quite get the judgment right. Comes down with a bit of cramp. A lot of energy expended. And a 33-point victory for the Demons to get their season off on a positive start as compared to last year.